Hello everyone. Today we will see different IO operation of the C++. How these IO operations are used inside the program. What is the syntax for using these IO operations. First of all, we see what is a C++ stream. C++ uses the concept of stream and stream classes to implement its IO operations. That means for implementing different IO operation with the help of console, disk files and terminals, C++ uses the concept of stream and stream classes. Then what do you mean by the stream? Stream is nothing but, now each device is very different. The IO system supplies the interface to the programmer that is independent of the actual device being accessed, and this interface is called as a stream. Stream is nothing but an interface between the actual device and programmer, that is called as a stream. A stream is a sequence of byte, or in other way we can say it is a sequence of byte between the input output device and your program. The source stream. Now there are two types of stream. One is the IO stream, that is you can say source stream, and one is the output stream, input stream and output stream. Then what is the input stream and what is the output stream? Input stream is also called as the source stream, which provides data to the program, that is called as the input stream, whereas the output stream, which is also called as the destination stream, is a stream which receives output from your program and display it onto the output device, that is called as a output stream. The data streams are shown in the figure. Here we have a input device same as we have a output device. Now the stream which takes the data from this input device and gives it to the program, this is called as an input stream, whereas the output stream which takes the data from the program and display it onto the output device is called as a output stream. There are different stream stream classes. Now we know there are two types of stream, input stream and output stream. Next we have to see what are the stream classes. The C++ IO stream contains a hierarchy of classes that are used to define various streams to deal with both the console and disk file, and these classes are called as a stream classes. Stream classes are the classes which are containing various streams that are used to deal with the console as well as with the disk files, and these classes are declared in the header file iostream.h, and that's why this file should be included in all the programs that communicate with the console unit. All these functions which are related with the console as well as the disk files, all these functions are included into the iostream header file, that is the input output stream header file. So we need to add this file inside our program, and that's why every first statement, every program contains the first statement, that is a hash include iostream.h. Here I have shown you the different iostream classes. First is the iOS, that is the input output stream, and this class is inherited by the three derived class. One is the I stream, that is the input stream. Second is the O stream, that is the output stream, and this is the IO stream. IO stream is nothing but a input output stream. Now the I stream and O stream, these both classes, these two classes are get inherited by one classes, that is a IO stream, and this is the multiple inheritance example. In this case all the functions of the I stream as well as O stream are get inherited by this class, and all the functions are now available in your IO stream. Now we see what exactly these classes will contain. iOS, that is the input output stream class. This class contain basic facilities that are used by all other IO classes. Whatever the all IO classes required the facility, all these basic facilities are listed in the iOS class. It contains a pointer to the buffer objects. Next, it declares for handling formatted input and output operations. Next class is I stream, that is the input stream. It inherits the properties of iOS class. Whatever the properties of iOS class, that is get inherited by the input stream. Whereas O stream, next is that regarding the I stream, it declares input functions such as get, getLine, read. It contains overloaded extraction operator. O stream is nothing but a output stream class which again inherits the properties of iOS, because O stream, it is a derived class of iOS base class. OStream declares output functions such as put, write. These are the example which the OStream class contains. Then it contains overloaded insertion operator. IOStream is nothing but an input output stream which is inherit the iStream and OStream class. IOStream is nothing but a derived class of iStream and OStream. It inherits the properties of iOS through the iStream and OStream, thus contains all the input and output function. Next is the stream buffer. Stream buffer provides interface to the physical devices through the buffers. It acts as a base for file buffer class used in the files. Now formatted console IO operation. How which are the different IO operations and how we have to use that, what it contains, we will see here. What are the different console IO operations? C++ supports a number of features that could be used for formatting the output. First is the iOS class function and flag. Second is the manipulators, and third is the user defined output function. In this case we see what are the different iOS class and function, and in the next session we see what are the manipulators and user defined output function. So iOS class functions are listed here. There are 3 iOS class function as well as the 2 flags. First function is the width function, and the task of width function is to specify the required field size for displaying an output value, whereas the second function is the precision function, and which task is to specify the number of digits that is to be displayed after the decimal point of a float value. That means after a float value how many digits you want to display, that should be given in the with the help of precision function. Next is a fill. The task of fill function is to specify the character that is used to fill the unused portion of a fill. Suppose you have set the width of your output as a 10, and and if you print only the 4 characters in that 10 width, so remaining 6 characters you can fill with the any other character with the help of fill function. Next is setf, that is the set flag, and the task of this set flag is to specify format flag that can control from of output display. Whereas next is a unset f, that is the unset flag to clear the flags that is you specified. These are the functions and flags which are used in a iOS function, iOS stream class. Now we see one by one. Width function is used to define the width of a field necessary for output of an atom. Width function, it defines how much width you want to use or you want to set for displaying your output. Since it is a member function, so object is used to invoke, it is shown below. Now this width function, it is a member function of our IOStream class. So this member function can be called with the help of object, and IOStream class has the two objects, cin and cout. Cin regarding the input stream and cout regarding the output stream. So we are using cout.width for calling this function. This is a member function of IOStream class, and we have to make use of, we now want to format our output display. So we are using with the help of cout object, we are calling that function for setting our width. This w is nothing but a size which you want to specify for that width. Width can specify the field width for only one atom. For example, cout.width 5. This says that you have to set your width till for the 5. Cout 543. Now you want to display this data, this integer value, and you are setting the width 5. So 2 spaces are empty, whereas 3 spaces are get used by to display the output. Hence the value 543 is printed right justified in the first 5 column. Next is a precision function. By default, the floating number are printed with a 6 digit after a decimal point. As we know that by default, when we display the float value, by default after the decimal point 6 digits can be displayed. But if I want to display only 2 digits or only 3 digits, it should be depend on a user. At that time you can use the precision function of the iOS class. With precision member function, we can specify the number of digits to be displayed after the decimal point while printing the floating point numbers. It can be invoked again with the help of object of a IOStream class. This is a member function of IOStream class. So we can call this function with the help of cout object. So cout precision 3, cout square root of 2. Here we are calculating the square root of 2. Whatever the result we get, we are setting the precision to the 3. So after the decimal point, it will display only the 3 digits. Next we are displaying the another floating point number, that is the 3.14159. So in this case also it will display only the 3 digits after the decimal point. Again we are displaying another floating point number 2.55092. In this case also it will display only the 3 decimal digits of 3 decimal digits after the decimal point. So here the square root of 2, it will get displayed 1.141. Only the 3 digits after the decimal points are displayed. In this case also only the 3 digits are displayed. Now after the one there is a 5, so rounded to the nearest end, and 2.5, no trailing zeros are displayed. That's why it display only 2.5. Now the fill. Next function is the fill. When printing the values using much longer field width than requires by the value, then the unused position of the field are filled with the white spaces by default. As we say that in the previous example, we see that we are setting our width 5 and displaying only 3 integers. So remaining to unused portion they are filled with white spaces. So instead of white spaces, we can fill it with a special characters. So it can be invoked, the fill function can be invoked with the help of again the object of the IOStream class, because fill function is a member function of iOS class. So we can invoke it cout.fill, and whatever the character you want to specify, that is a ch. For example, if I want to fill the unused portion with the help of star, so we can say cout.fill star. So cout, after saying cout.fill star, and I set the width to the 10, and I display integers of 4, only 4 integers. So output will be displayed like this. The width is set to the 10, and the number is displayed into the 4 fields, and remaining 6 fields they are get filled with the star character. There are overloaded forms of width precision fill that obtain but not change the current setting, and these forms are shown here: character fill, stream size width, stream size precision. Next is how to format the flags, a big field, bit fields and setf. The set flag function, setf, is used for printing left justified number or for printing a floating point number printed in the scientific notation. The setf function can be invoked with the help of object of the IOStream class. Again it is a member function of IOStream class, so we can invoke that function with the help of object of a class. So here the syntax is cout.setf argument 1 comma argument 2. Now what is this argument 1? Argument 1 is one of the formatting flags defined in a class iOS, whereas argument 2 is another iOS constant which is also known as a bit field, which specify the group to which formatting flag belongs. Now what are the different format, and what for that format, how the argument 1 and argument 2 is defined, this will be shown in this table. For the left justified output, we can say iOS left, and argument 2, that is a constant value, we set adjust fill. Right justified, iOS right, and argument 2 is adjust fill. For the base indicator like plus #20, we can say iOS internal. Then for the scientific notation, iOS scientific. For the fixed point notation, we can say iOS fixed for the argument 1. Decimal base, octal base, and for the hexadecimal, we can say what is the argument 1? It is formatting flag defined. Which type of flag you want to set? We can set the flat of decimal point, we can set the flat of octal base, we can set the flat of hexadecimal base with the argument 1 as a iOS decimal, iOS octal, iOS hexagonal, and these are the base field. So second argument is a base field. These are the float with the floating point number, so float field, and we are adjusting our output according left, right, or internal. So this is a adjust field. Now here I am showing one example. Now here we are fill the unused portion with the star character. Then we are setting the flag iOS left, iOS adjust field. We are saying the setting the flag that we require the output displayed in the left justified, and this is a adjust field, second argument. So we are taking the width or setting the width is equals to 12 and displaying the value, that is a yash. So yash is displayed in the now the 12 total columns or width is assigned to you. In that only 4 columns are used by this Yash. So remainings are filled with the star, and as here you can see that the output is left justified by default. When you set out the width and display your output, by default it is a right justified, but now I am setting the flag as a left justified. That's why the output is displayed as a left justified and remaining are filled with the star character. Once we set the flag, after the use of that flag we need to unset that flag, and for unsetting that flag we have to make use of the function unsetF. UnsetF is the complement of setF. This member function of iOS is used to clear one or more format flag, and its general syntax is void unsetF flags. So flags specified by flags are cleared. Following program illustrate the unsetF. Here we are, once we have set the flag, we can unset f. We can using unsetF function can unset that flag. Here I am setting the flag for the uppercase, which is a scientific notation. So cout 100.12, and after using that displaying the output I can unset that flag. So cout 100.12. So when I am using the scientific notation, it will display the output in this way, and after unset that flag it will display the output in this way. I hope this session will be helpful for you. Thank you.